Hello.
Hey, we're here. We're live.
Yeah, it's working.
Yeah, hopefully. It looks like it. Yeah, we're good.
Yep.
So, a lot has happened in the last, well, since we've been live, it's been 2 weeks, right?
Two
Yeah,
weeks. Yeah.
a lot's been going on,
A lot.
especially just in the last couple days. The last couple hours.
Yeah, the whole world is just
It's going crazy, man.
falling apart.
Yeah.
You got mass shootings. You got Israel. You
We got some Russia
got
stuff to talk
face
about.
peelers.
Face peeling. Oh, and maybe a Bigfoot.
No,
Oh,
Bigfoot.
man.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a good one.
pretty wild.
So the main shooter was found last night
Yep, found
dead.
dead.
Well, the first thing we have
Thank God they
talking
caught him.
about
Now,
that. Yeah, no kidding.
at first I didn't think they were gonna find him at all.
I was starting to get kind of worried. He was either out in the woods somewhere with his brains all over the place, or if he was gonna be
Right.
hiding or took a boat somewhere. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, and the fact that he parked his car right at the boat ramp, because that's where they found his cars, at that boat ramp. Like there's dams that are going down the river, so he wouldn't be able to make it out to sea. But upriver, he could have made it pretty far. There
Yeah, I
wasn't a
guess
whole lot of
he spent a
dams.
lot of time in the river too. He's an
He's
avid
an avid
fisherman.
fisherman.
Yeah.
Avid
Yeah,
fisherman,
he's avid
av,
hunter.
avid hunter, avid
Yeah, he knew
outdoorsman.
the area really well, and I have some
20
concerns
years in
about
the
the whole ordeal, whether or not it was even legit. Honestly,
right.
we
There's a
got our things
lot
are
of
out of
there's
order
a
here.
lot of questions about it. That's for
Yeah,
sure.
definitely. So yeah, he was found. I don't know how to get rid of this on the bottom. He was found dead yet last night, near his former place of work.
Yep.
I can't think of the name. It was a recycling center.
Well, supposedly he was found in a dumpster, but
Yeah, we have that
he's
too.
found in
Yeah.
the woods.
The local news was saying that he was found dead in a dumpster,
Yeah.
which we have that news clip.
They're claiming they found a note.
Yeah, he had left a suicide note supposedly addressed to his son, from what I understood. This is probably from okay. Yeah, so here's the news release. This was
Winning,
16
which
hours
ranks
ago.
higher than
Gotta
number
make that full screen.
149.
Yeah, it's working.
Ed, yeah, so down this roadway, Capitol Avenue, is where Main Recycling is at, and that is where Robert Card used to work, and that is where Robert Card's body was found at 7:45 tonight. Police sources telling our sister station WMTW that his body was actually found in a dumpster. Now that opens up so many questions. How did he end up there? John brought up a really good question earlier. Where was he? His car was found about a mile away from the recycling facility at the boat ramp here in Lisbon, where police were searching for days, including diving in the water to find any clues of where he could be. And tonight we are learning that his body was found at this recycling center that's behind me, that is being combed through by a heavy police presence to try and determine how Robert Card got there, dying of a self-inflicted gunshot wound, according to police. Ed?
So, Jen, give us a sense, if you would, of the timeline that you experienced. I mean, there was a press conference at 5 o'clock this afternoon, and then we heard tonight that at 7:45 they discovered it. I imagine the chaos in that period of time, and those 2 hours and 45 minutes, must have been exhilarating almost.
Oh, I bet.
Oh yeah.
So much chaos. That is right, Ed. At 5 p.m., we were told that police have not seen Robert Card for the past 2 days. Searches are happening everywhere. Heavily armed police, federal agents are all over Lewiston and Lisbon. And then 2 hours and 45 minutes later, police end up finding his body here on our way from the bar where Card allegedly killed multiple people. We made our way to Lisbon, and we saw multiple state troopers, police cars, helicopters in the sky. Something was happening, and we needed to figure out what that was. We ended up here, and that's when law enforcement sources started confirming that his body was indeed found here. It was very chaotic. It happened very, very fast.
What time was that, Jennifer? Because we're just trying. They did not release a lot of information out of that press conference, except to say that he is dead and that the community can feel some sense of relief. But in terms of piecing all of this together, they say that they're going to answer these questions at a press conference tomorrow morning at 10 o'clock. But you were there, and all of a sudden you got there to the scene. So his body was found at 7:45. What time did you see all of that, or confirmed? Confirmed. What time did you see all?
This was the one that said it was found in a dumpster, right?
Yeah, but it seems like they really only just said it at the beginning. I haven't heard I haven't heard them say it again.
Yeah.
But it definitely raises question.
Right.
How did he get there? When did he get there?
Well,
Did he was this his way? If he did unalive himself,
right.
was it I'm trying to picture like what his thought process probably was to dispose of his own body.
Or maybe he was hiding in there at first, but that
Maybe, but if he had a self-inflicted gun wound in a trash can or the dumpster, it seems, I don't know, it seems really fishy to me.
well, and the other
Unless he was just thinking, the trash people are coming tomorrow morning and
right.
they're just gonna throw me in the back of the truck. But it's disgusting and cowardly what he did.
Oh yeah. The other thing that I thought about after hearing this again, the officers found his AR in his car. He didn't have that with him, so he must have had another weapon.
I was kind of wondering that too, if maybe he had other weapons with
Like a
him.
handgun or
Yeah, or maybe more than one rifle that he,
right.
that if you remember the Christchurch shooting in New Zealand.
Yeah.
Excuse me. That guy had a bunch of guns in his car, and he just chose the ones that he chose and
Which
went
chose whatever,
did his thing. But yeah, it's possible he just had spares in his car, and that's what they found.
Yeah.
But I guess he was using a 308 AR rifle. Excuse me.
Oof.
Yeah. Ouch.
Well, that's one thing. Like everyone wants to blame the guns, right?
Right. No,
But
it's
this
guy was out of his mind, man.
because, well, if hypothetically, if you had to choose a firearm to do more damage, I'm taking a shotgun.
I don't know. It's hard to do
Yeah.
I don't know. I just because I wouldn't do anything like that.
Neither would I.
I can't say what I would choose because I just wouldn't do it. But
No. It's not the gun.
it's
the
not the
person.
gun. No, it's the person. And I think we have something here too. He actually was not supposed to possess his guns,
Nope.
and that not just because actually solely because he had been administered to a
Psychiatric hospital.
Yeah, a hospital. This one right here, I think. Oh, nope.
Hey, that doesn't belong in there. Excuse me.
Oh, it's here. He was prohibited from possessing guns.
Even though he was a firearms instructor.
Right, yeah.
But after the whole thing with him hearing voices and going to the hospital back in the summer.
In the summer, yeah, just a few months ago. Now that's another thing too. The numbers changed quite quickly from 22 dead to what they were saying over 50, 60 injured. But
yeah, those
that changed really quickly. Yeah,
those are speculation numbers. That's the actual.
Yeah, this is
number.
the actual accurate information right here. Maybe the beer was a bad idea. It makes you have to burp every 5 seconds.
I just keep getting stuff in my throat.
Oh, fair enough. Yeah, so he was prohibited from purchasing or possessing firearms,
Correct.
which I mean, given the situation, he obviously shouldn't have had them anyway.
Yeah, and there's a very very big failure here.
Yeah, the fact that he was admitted to a facility and released, I believe he was there for 2 weeks.
Yep.
That should have been, where they were like, maybe we should kind of review this a little bit. This guy is, there was rumors that he was threatening to shoot up like a military base, and there's the flags that you needed to say, hey, let's keep an eye on this guy. Maybe he shouldn't be in
Yeah.
possession. Maybe get him some help. Because I'm not a advocate for taking anyone's rights from them, but yeah, I mean, this could have been avoided.
It could have been.
Clearly, all the signs were there.
So that was, if you scroll up, it says he was admitted to Army Medical Center in West Point, New York, after displaying erratic behavior during training exercises.
So they clearly already knew about this, and I read something yesterday, I want to say, about his coworkers were reporting that he was being like aggressive and violent, like
Acting weird.
towards them at the recycling place where he worked, and he was fired for it. He was fired for his behavior, and it has escalated to what it is now.
Yeah, there was that he was fired for his behavior. There was also something else that I didn't look into it that much, but supposedly somebody was saying that his ex or his girlfriend broke up with him.
Yeah, I had heard he was married and they had got a divorce relatively
could've
recently. Yeah.
Yeah, could have been a divorce.
I mean, clearly this guy's been through a lot of shit, and he really needed help,
Yeah,
and he was clearly pushed to the side, and
well, see, that's one of the biggest things. So when it comes to mental health, when it comes to people with serious mental health issues, the government has failed those people so much.
they don't
I
care
know-
about
I
they don't
know-
care about you.
No, they don't. I know this from personal experience
Mm-hmm.
because of my brother. They do not care about somebody that has mental illness. They just don't. They get cast aside,
Mm-hmm.
and the government, the people that are supposed to take care of those people, could care less. They just don't care.
They don't care.
And not only that, the guardians. So you have like a state appointed guardian. Those guardians look at that person basically just like they're just a check.
Yeah,
They're just
that's what it
money.
is. It's money. It's all money. It's disgusting how they treat people, especially the ones that need the help the most.
Yeah.
You're just cast aside and treated as like dollar signs because that's what it is.
Yeah. So who's that Katie Card?
I was just wondering that. Is that
Her husband went back and forth with the army.
Katie Cart? Is
Oh,
that
it's his
his
sister-in-law.
sister-in-law? Yeah.
Yeah, so this person, so she was the one that said that he didn't start hearing voices until after he got his hearing aids.
Yeah, and they were supposed to be like super advanced.
Super high powered hearing aids.
Yeah.
Which is really interesting.
Right. And then the places that he targeted, he spent time at.
Yeah.
He spent time at the bowling alley and the bar, and there was a cornhole tournament going on there for the deaf,
The deaf, yeah.
and he's hearing impaired as well. Naturally, he would hang out with those people. There were some people that said that they play cornhole with him quite a bit because he takes cornhole pretty serious, from what I understand. And
Yeah.
some people that normally played with him, from what I understood, was posting online that they were glad they weren't there that night.
Right. And apparently it is a place like the bowling alley and the bar were places that he visited
Frequently, yeah. It was rumored that like possibly his hearing aids were giving him the ability to hear people whispering about him behind him and not actually like hearing voices in his head kind of deal. Like, I'm not gonna say that he did because
possible.
it very as crazy as this guy could it is for what he did.
Right.
He clearly could have been hearing voices legitimately.
Well, and sometimes so.
But I mean, could he have been targeting specific people because he thought they were talking shit
because they were
about him?
Yeah.
I don't
Well,
know.
that happens even so. It's really hard to define between reality and not, because when people are hearing voices, even like my brother, when he's hearing stuff, he can't figure out what's real,
Right.
or when he sees something and he can't distinguish the two. So he could have actually thought that those people were actually saying something,
Right.
or they actually were saying something and he heard them.
Yeah. That it's possible that these hearing aids he was given were sensitive enough for that. But it does get a little bit deeper. Yesterday, Daily Mail on Twitter was saying that he was found with two gunshot wounds to his head, and then later
That's
they
interesting.
edited that part out, and it just said self-inflicted gun wounds or something along those lines. And I saw this circulating around quite a bit yesterday. I managed to find this screenshot before the article was. This is not my screenshot. I found it online. So I mean, even this could be edited.
Right. And it's really interesting. Maybe they tried to jump out ahead of the story, or something else is going on.
Yeah, and like I was talking about earlier, is the Daily Mail is they're known to do stuff like this. They did the same thing with Hunter Biden when they had the
Yeah.
pictures of him with the crack pipe and everything. They did the same thing. They edited their article, and then everybody who shared it and talked about how it was edited or
Got
whatever,
shut
they all
down.
got shut down. They got banned and had their accounts deleted.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it. Well, the interesting. Oh, okay. So you've already This is the other
Yeah,
screenshot.
this is just a screenshot.
Well,
It's not the
because
full article.
there's two different spots right there. It says Card was found in woods near Lisbon with self-inflicted
Oh,
gunshot
right,
wound,
yeah.
and then down at the bottom it says
It says down
found
here.
with
I wish I
two.
could. Yeah, 2 gunshot wounds to his head, multiple sources, and this is from CNN. Oh, I probably could. We should have probably see if we could find it.
So it was a CNN article.
I don't have a keyboard here. I look it up.
Mm.
But yeah, this is I wanted to share this because just because of the fact that Daily Mail if this is clear evidence that they're editing their articles, I just wanted to put this out there.
Right.
I don't currently have the link for the actual article.
Yeah, that's really
But
weird.
after they posted it, I read through it, and it actually doesn't say anywhere about the 2
Two gunshots.
gunshot wounds. But they're on their Twitter post, like the caption, it said it there, but in the article it didn't. And then I found in the comments someone said that they had took the screenshot before it was edited.
So now I have a question. If that came from multiple sources that told CNN that,
Right. But who are these multiple sources? If everybody was supposedly, sheltering in place for the last 2 days,
right?
what sources would say, "Oh, I found him in a trash can in a dumpster
Well, it had to have
with 2 gunshot wounds."
right. It had to have been because all these news agencies, they had so many people on the
Right.
ground, so it had to have been their news people out there
Right.
that were reporting back.
It's fishy to me.
It's-
That's all I have to say about it.
I just got questions.
Yeah. Oh, so this is about his suicide note. He addressed it to his son.
What note was that? Unalive note.
Yeah.
No, I'm just playing.
I mean, it is a no word online, but you know what?
I know.
I don't really care.
Self-censorship. No. But yeah. Apparently he left a note for his son.
Yeah, I'd like to know what it says.
So I think scroll up really quick. I think I sent an article.
So this seems like it. They're saying that it's not specifically an
Oh,
unaligned note, but it has the tone of one. I don't know if that that's like they're trying to
That to
not
me,
try to explicitly tell you that's what it is, but
I don't know. That to me kind of makes me think like, okay, it has the tone to me would be like he wrote out like, I am no longer gonna be here for you type of thing. But that doesn't
like
necessarily mean like unaliving himself.
yeah,
Because for me, I thought this dude was gone. I thought he
I
was
thought
still
he just
alive and gone.
disappeared somewhere, and he
He's-
would have definitely had the capability to do so.
Yeah, he's 20 years in the military. He never had any deployments.
That doesn't really always mean anything, though.
No, but he was an outdoorsman.
Yep,
He
avid
would've-
fisherman, hunter.
He could have got out in the woods and
Mm-hmm.
survived all by himself
Yeah, well, for a period.
for a period.
People have tried to do that before. I don't remember who it was, but they disappeared for a while after committing a crime. Probably murder. I don't remember the full
Ended
story,
up
but
like
I,
surrendering.
the one part that sticks with me was that he got busted because he was found dumpster diving.
Some good food in there.
That must have been. I wish I knew who exactly that is reference to, but
That would not be a fun way to be found.
no.
You're like,
Oh, you gotta get
I
jumping
just
here.
couldn't catch any more animals.
So yeah, he left a suicide note or unalive note supposedly. Yeah, and so he was voting Democrat, even though his accounts are or what didn't have any sort of political affiliation. He wasn't open about it.
Right. But yeah,
He had a restraining order apparently here. Oh, come on. There we go.
which, I mean, that also goes back to the right to own firearms.
Yeah.
But I know Maine is a little different than other states. Like here, you have red flag laws.
Yeah. One of these other things we had open earlier, it said that which one was that? I think it was this one. Yeah, this one says that I think it was this article. It said that they are yellow flag state.
Yeah, yellow flags, which they don't.
Oh, right
Maine's
here, right
pretty,
here. Yellow flag law.
I don't really know the difference between yellow flag law and red flag law.
No, me neither. I actually didn't even know that was a thing.
But that's him going into the bowling alley.
Yeah. Oh, which which would be like over here on this side of that door. There's a weapons prohibited sign, gun-free zone sign.
gun-free zone.
Oh, imagine that,
Nice.
right?
It's a pretty nice AR.
I think it was I saw somewhere it was a DPMS maybe or Colt. I don't remember. I saw a blip earlier on Twitter of what type of weapon. Oh, I think it was a Ruger. Might have been Ruger.
So this
is saying
article is
22,
still
yeah.
saying 22, which is wrong.
That's incorrect, yeah. Now, when was this published? On the 26th.
That's
Yesterday?
2
No,
days,
2 days ago.
2 days ago. So that's around the same.
Yeah. So this is when they were still looking for him. Okay.
And then
Yeah, so we could talk about his hearing aids a little bit and a little bit of tinfoil hat situation.
We should have brought down some aluminum foil.
Yeah, we should have.
Made
I should just get a beanie. I've seen the beanies that look like tinfoil hats. Should get one of those.
Yeah. I mean, this is an actual U.S. patent, though.
This is it. Yeah,
This
exactly.
is an actual invention for here.
Yep.
of
And here's
hearing
here's the
aids.
patent number. Anybody wants it?
And what this
Link
is
is here.
a hearing aid that they can actually put voices
In your head.
in your head
Yeah.
through the hearing aid. This is an actual invention,
Mm-hmm.
and it's
By this guy right here, Oliver M. Lowry.
Yep.
1989. That's not very long. That's 1 year before I was born.
right. But it's if you scroll down, right there, what is claimed? It's a silent communication system. So, it's hearing aids that people can communicate through the hearing aids to you, and it will sound like a voice in your head, and you won't know anybody's talk. Like you'd be like, wait, what?
Wow. I couldn't imagine. Silent communications.
So for any of those people where they're like, oh, that's just a conspiracy theory, no, there's actual.
Yeah, this is the actual
is-
patent. Here's the patent number here. The inventor.
If you click on those images, click on the third one.
Okay.
Oh, it's going slow. How's the screen going?
I was just thinking the same thing. I can't see it. Okay.
Okay, so if you look at this, you can see where it has all of the processors, the earpiece,
Mm-hmm.
has the amplifier, the
It's not super visible over there, but I'll try and put it in view.
speech amplifier, balanced modulator. Carrier oscillator. But yeah, it's interesting.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy.
And like his sister-in-law said, he didn't start hearing those voices in his head
Until he got
until
yeah.
after he got the hearing aids,
Yep.
which
I
I don't know. It,
don't know. Yeah, it's you can't say for sure one way or the other, but the signs are there.
makes me question, like, huh,
Yeah, it makes you think a little bit.
things that
here's-
just make
you
you
know,
go,
We really haven't had an actual mass shooting in quite a while, like
The-
an actual one that
an
wasn't
actual one like this, yeah.
tampered with,
Right.
so to speak. I mean, Las Vegas shooting, you can't tell me that was
Yeah. Well,
legit.
there's just so many questions.
There's too many questions. There's so many, so to speak, conspiracies about it.
Yeah. Go ahead and
I find them hard to follow sometimes. It's just,
click on just camera over there.
oh yeah. We don't have our
and then
producer
we can-
today.
Yeah, no Caleb.
Yeah, so we have to control the
So
stream.
Caleb,
from
if
across
you're
the room.
watching.
Yeah.
Oh,
Damn you.
that's my phone.
Yeah. Yeah. It's hard saying, man. I can't trust these people
No,
to give us correct information.
I just don't trust anything they say.
No, I don't trust it.
The fact
But I
that-
mean, if it's true, he was found in the dumpster with 2 gunshots. Who that is? It's hard to put anything into words how crazy this
Yeah.
shit is, honestly. But I mean, find the man in the dumpster with 2 gunshots. I can't see a scenario where somebody'd be able to just double tap themselves in the head in a dumpster like that.
Right. One, did you have that other video up, or was that something?
Which one?
With a burgundy car.
Oh, I did not pull that one up.
Okay.
That was kind of part of someone else's video. I didn't really want to,
Oh, I got you.
you know what I mean? Yeah.
But there's just a lot of questions, and that instead of answering those questions, the majority of people will just brush it off and be like, "Oh, you're a conspiracy theorist."
Yeah,
But it's not that. I have questions. If you can't answer the questions, well, then that just adds to my
it
questions.
just adds to my questions. It first thing I want to know is I want to see the body.
Yeah.
I want to see the body.
Well, especially like
We've seen all the other ones.
something
know?
like this. I get where you want to have respect for the dead. Something like this, where you have somebody that has done an atrocity like this,
They don't deserve respect.
they don't deserve respect.
No, I want to see the body.
Like people should have that. People should be able to see that picture to have closure, especially for that community.
Yeah.
If you have questions whether or not he is actually gone or not, and you're living in that community, you're gonna like it would drive you crazy
Mm-hmm.
because you'd be like, I don't know if he is actually gone.
Yeah, I just have to go off your word for it.
Like, and who wants to go off the government?
Nobody wants to go off the government's word. People are losing faith in the systems that are supposed to protect them.
drinking some beer.
Yeah.
Unofficial plug. I don't know how to pronounce that name.
Same. I'm not German. Sorry.
Hofer. Hefeweizenbier.
Yeah, Hefeweizen. I know that one. It's not bad. I don't hate on it.
Not sponsored, just
No.
enjoying a nice
Enjoying it. Yeah, I have
grapefruit
questions.
wheat beer.
Did he really do it? Did he? Well, clearly he killed all those people that and it's unspeakable.
Yeah.
But
Well, then you get into other things. You have all the declassified stuff like MK Ultra. You have
yeah,
there's so much
mind
stuff.
control and here's your patent right there.
Well, that's just like when you remember when I was talking about frequencies.
Yeah,
It's this type of stuff.
it's this kind. Yeah, exactly. My question was when I said did he do it, I meant did he put himself in the dumpster and double tap himself? If those things are true.
If he was double tapped.
If he was double tapped and or not, in a dumpster.
Yeah.
Did he do that? Or did he unalive himself a few days ago or a few weeks ago or whatever?
Right.
And did someone else carry out these atrocities? No, that's not true because there's pictures of him there, but
doing it. Yeah. It's
there's questions that I have. It's weird.
I think that more than likely CNN probably misreported that.
Must have been, yeah. Was it? This
But-
isn't CNN, is it? No.
No. Misreported the fact that he was double tapped.
Oh, you mean
It was on the
Daily
Daily Mail,
Mail.
but it was the CNN.
Oh, right, with the multiple sources. Yeah, that can't be legit.
Yeah, I think that was just misreported.
Yeah, I mean he totally did do it. There's pictures of him there and everything, so he definitely did it. He deserves to be where he is now. Although
Yeah.
I
prefer
do
much-
wish that he would have been caught alive. That way they could question him and find out really why he did what he did, and
Right.
that's something I think that isn't talked about enough. Is we're never gonna get to the bottom of why people are doing these things,
Yeah.
because I mean we just had a few of them this year already that are not as bad as this one was, but they're all.
It's all bad.
It's hard to say, oh, this one's but worse than this one, and none of them should happen.
No. But it
Again,
comes
it's not the
down-
gun's fault.
No. It comes down to the person.
Yeah.
That's just like when you look at like the stabbings that happened in France, China, like the last stream. I think that one was in France. Where the teachers were stabbed.
Yeah, I think that
But
was
anyways.
France. Yeah.
It's not the knife's fault.
No, it's not the knife's
It's
fault.
the crazy person holding the knife.
Mm-hmm.
It's not the gun's fault. It's a crazy person carrying the gun. Now, is there a way to make it so less of those crazy people are carrying the guns? We have plenty of gun laws already.
Right. That's what background checks are for, and don't let anybody fool you when they try to tell you that you can buy a gun without a background check, because it
That's a
is a
lie.
federal law in all 50 states that you have to have a background check to purchase a firearm
Mm-hmm.
from a dealer.
Yeah.
Private gun sales don't happen as much as what people want you to believe.
Well, I believe even then if you buy a handgun or
If you buy a
something like
handgun,
that,
you need to
still have
report
to-
that you. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So the next thing
The next thing,
We're gonna
we
talk
have a
about-
lot today. There's just so much stuff going on.
we're gonna talk about.
We're gonna get into Israel. We have
yeah,
last night the head of Hamas Air Force, the one who carried out the
You can probably switch that back.
yeah, well, once I
Oh, okay.
we get so we can get our headline through. So the headline or the head of Hamas Air Force, who was responsible for the October attack when they used the paragliders, he was killed yesterday. Good, yeah. Unfortunately, in this whole thing, a lot of innocent people have died, and I
Yeah.
do not condone the loss of innocent lives.
No, not at all.
I don't stand behind either side of this. I'm just going to put that out there. Either I don't want any of this happening, but here we are.
No.
It's not something you can do, or I can do, or anybody really can do to make this stop.
No. Protest isn't gonna make it stop.
No, I mean, as much as I love seeing passionate people
Oh,
about it, about being against the war and everything,
I don't know how you
you're
stop
yeah
it peacefully.
yeah.
I really
They're
don't.
not going to look at you in the street and say, you know what, we should shake hands and just call it a day.
Oh, you know what?
That's
You're
not going to
right.
happen
You're right.
because you decided to bum rush a building and take over a building and or a street or this isn't going to stop because of that.
No.
But it is good to see the people that
Dang.
carried out these kind of attacks or they got what came to them.
Right.
Yeah, we do have some video of that as well.
Trying to adjust my mic. There we go.
I don't know if this has sound.
Probably not.
Yeah, there's no sound. But that's pretty crazy.
That's a big
That's a
explosion.
bit yeah, that took that whole building out. Oh, I don't think I have but lost the cursor here. The supposedly the like all of Central Command or whatever you want to call it for Hamas is underneath a hospital.
Oh yeah.
Have you
I've
seen that? Yeah, that's they're gonna find a way to demolish that hospital and just to say, oh well, because our enemy is underneath it, we have to sacrifice everybody in the hospital for it. That's
Well, that's just
so
like
wrong.
the rockets that the rockets that they were launching next to the hospital.
Yeah,
And the one misfired, and then they blamed Israel for bombing the
right,
hospital, but it was actually a misfired rocket from Hamas.
right. I don't. This must be another angle of the. This is when they killed that guy.
The one, the one tip I could give anybody that's watching this and watching the news, if a news source, if something comes out in the news, don't react to it. Just wait,
Yeah, just
because the story's going to change.
it's going to change a lot of times. There's going to be propaganda. What I do is I just take it in all as information, and try and discern whether or not it's legit or not. But at the end of the day, it's still information, whether it be propaganda or not. I mean, you're going to learn something out of it. But don't take everything you see as the truth.
Yeah, it changes rapidly.
So this is the picture of the guy. I'm not even
Osama
going to
Abu
try and
Rafa.
yeah. What's this? Why does it say brown right here?
I was wondering the same thing. I'm like, wait, what?
Where was it? The other one was here. Oh, it does say the same. Okay.
That's Abu Rafa.
Okay. Well, he's no more.
He's no longer with us.
Yeah. And we also have
On the other side
supposedly,
of things,
yeah, to get back into the tinfoil business, um, there's some a gas field out in just off the coast of Gaza Strip that was approved for development, and this comes from June of this year.
right? So back in summer,
Yeah, before any of this even happened, and they want this area so they can harvest this stuff. I all of this has just raised so many questions.
so it's just, is it over profits? Is it over?
Yeah,
I mean, there's so many wars that are fighting over religion, over oil, over
resources,
over
land,
money, over power, over everything. It's
Yeah, I don't know. Let's see if we can close. Oh, there we go.
yeah, you probably go back to the. Oh wait, there's still a couple more, isn't there?
I don't know if we hold on. Let me go. Oh, we'll just
What's
no, I
this
think that was it on Israel.
one? Oh, okay.
Except for I guess this is related. So here, let me pull this back up. Yeah, talking about the protests and stuff. Thousands of people went to Grand Central Station in New York City yesterday. A bunch of them were arrested, and let's get that was loud.
I won't turn it down. Right?
Oh, really? We're saying ceasefire now.
I mean, I get it. I want to
Yeah,
ceasefire too.
yeah, same.
However,
I'd love to see them find a way to live together in peace.
same.
Unfortunately, I don't see a path where that is possible. But again, like doing this is not really accomplishing anything, and it won't.
It's just gonna stir more division.
Yeah, yeah, because you have people on both sides that are passionate about it.
Yeah. On the other side of that is like, I get it. The majority of people are gonna want a ceasefire.
Yeah,
Or,
ceasefire,
a
or
ceasefire.
peace. Want to see the area in peace.
Inside Israel, not including the Gaza Strip, but inside Israel, Jerusalem, Muslims, Christians, Jews, they all live together in peace within that portion of Israel. When it comes to the Gaza Strip and Hamas, they don't. Hamas and Israel don't get along.
No, and they're funded by Iran.
Iran, yeah. And I don't like those people could live in peace.
Easily, just like many of us do.
It doesn't help that Hamas basically runs. Hamas is the government of the Gaza Strip.
Yeah. The elected government
The elected
somehow.
government. So you have Hamas, and then you have the Israeli government, which, like every other government, they are corrupt.
Yep.
It's
All
just like,
government is corrupt. Yeah.
it's just like the video that who was it? It was Benjamin Netanyahu's
Mm-hmm.
PR person or whatever put out propaganda that the Marines.
Oh, the Marines. Yeah, they said
Were
the Marines
landing.
were there. And it was a video from a while back. Or actually, that was the one that was. They weren't even Marines.
Nope, they're
It was the
101st.
101st Airborne when they were landing in Romania in 2022.
Yeah, it's just like
Yeah. They said, "Oh, 2,000 Marines." That was not true.
why stir? Why? I mean, I get propaganda,
Yeah.
but at the same
There's always
time,
going to be.
that's just gonna add. Saying that Marines were there, that's gonna add more fuel to the fire. It's not gonna help anything.
Right. Yeah, so this protest, thousands of people stormed up to the I gotta get my cursor here. There we go. Grand Central Station, and look at them. They're packed in there like sardines, man.
Yeah.
A bunch of them. Oh, there's supposed to be another post here. A bunch of them were arrested. We'll see if we can find it. Excuse me. I seen a video. They
Ooh.
was
More-
people in that protest.
There's
gonna
seen a
be a
video
lot
of
here.
something about more vinyl chloride.
Oh, really? In New York?
I don't know. It was up at the top.
Okay, I'll go back to it. I want to find that protest. Oh, here's this
Oh,
guy.
don't look at
Remember
that.
this one from last time?
I tried posting that video and it got pulled.
Did it really?
Yeah.
What?
You can't show that.
Really?
Mm-mm.
I didn't know that. Is it because of the blood or?
Because of the unalived himself.
Oh. Oh, really?
That it's attempted unalive.
Oh, okay. Oh, this is going back kind of a ways. Where is that?
Go down. Oh, this February. That's old.
How do I don't know. How do I find the
I don't know.
well, it was down here and there was a video of police like zip cuffing people, and there's like a line of like an assembly line of people. They're escorting them out and they're chanting the whole way
being
out.
arrested.
Yeah, I think they arrested a few hundred from what I understood. Okay, here's some more Israel stuff.
Yeah. I mean, it ties in.
Yeah, this ties into it. The guy that was doxing, who was he doxing? I think it was
Anti-Semites.
anti-Semites. Yeah, he was putting them on like a mobile billboard truck.
Which
and,
doxing is not good.
No, it's not good. I don't support what he was doing, but I even more don't support what is happening in this video that we're about to show.
Right.
Excuse me. But these the police raided his house because some people had called police and saying that he was holding a gun to his wife's head, and he's actually out of town when this took place. He wasn't even in town. And they entered his house. But they had the codes to his house, just like we talked about a few weeks ago.
Oh, like Liberty Safe.
Like Liberty Safe, so where they gave the codes to the police to conduct a search warrant.
That is
I don't support that
terrifying.
at all. Yeah. So watch this. He walks up to it, puts the code in, doesn't even knock and say, "Oh, NYPD or wherever this is." No, just put the code in, come in. They're not even saying. Let me see. Do they even say like search warrant or anything?
I didn't even realize.
No, this
that.
is unlawful entry. If you ask me. I don't know if this is supposed to have sound. Look at this.
The terrifying thing is like, did the company that manufactures that security system, did they actually verify that these people were even officers?
Right.
That's terrifying.
Right. And even more terrifying is I have this kind of stuff in my house, that these PIN code, it doesn't make me feel safe.
Mm-mm.
Not that really, you could have the strongest deadbolt there anyway.
They'll
They're
still
gonna,
kick it in.
break a window and come in, and the door isn't really holding anybody back that much. But still, this is just alarming that they have the ability to just enter your house without even using the tools they normally would use to enter your house.
Right.
They'll just come in, open the door, do their thing, and probably lock the door on their way out like they never were even there. They didn't even announce that they had search warrant. They just showed up,
They just showed
open the
up,
door.
open the door and walk in. Wow.
No,
Yeah, I'm not.
no,
okay with
I
that.
don't like this at all. Let's see what the comments say. If I can find them.
Click on the little talkie.
Oh, I think we gotta sign
Oh,
in.
you gotta log in.
Maybe that's why we couldn't watch the video that was underneath here.
That might be why.
We're not on Twitter right now. We probably should be.
I mean, I have my Twitter, but
We can make one. We'll have to anyway at some point, but yeah. No, I'm not down with this.
Nope, that's not good. All right, you can probably go back to the camera.
Yeah, that makes my blood boil.
Yeah. So the people called on him because he was putting their faces on a
Yeah,
truck
yeah,
and doxing them. Basically.
doxing them. Yeah, which I
Which
do not
I don't
condone
ag-
at all. But this is more egregious in my eyes.
Yeah. So they called the cops, say he was holding the firearm to his
His wife's head, which wasn't true. They're not
Which
even in
wasn't true.
town.
Which a false statement to a police officer like that, those people should be charged.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, and then the fact that I didn't realize that the first time he actually typed in the codes.
Yeah, he just walks right up to the door, punches in the code, and bada bing, bada boom.
I wish I knew what company that was because I would never buy from them.
We should look that up.
Ever. I would
Yeah.
never buy from them.
No, absolutely not.
Like
It looked like just like a generic one you can get from Home Depot. So
yeah. I'm sorry, but there's still like I get
search warrant or
I
not,
get you have
that's
a search
not
warrant.
okay.
yeah, I get you may have a
Yeah.
search warrant, but to go in like that,
Yeah, that's not okay. I think honestly, if you're conducting a search warrant, and you need to enter the house, somebody should be there to open
Yeah.
the door, not, just either
Just
battering
walk
ram
in.
your way in or to go through weird, sketchy loopholes to get codes to enter people's property. No, the resident or somebody with the ability to enter the house should be there for it. Not that I even really support search warrants anyway, because they can
No,
just
I-
get them because they want them.
yeah, and I think if you're presented a search warrant, which what I think should happen is you should be able to have that search warrant presented to you, and you should have a certain amount of time where you could fight it in the court of law,
Yeah.
where you could go to like an appeals court and be like, hey,
Yeah,
I don't
or
support this. This is
schedule a
not
time.
correct."
Schedule, like if I'm out of town, like this case, the guy's out of town.
Yeah.
They should the moment you're back home, then we meet at your place.
Right.
There's ways they could do that where the guy opens his own door. They
Yeah.
conduct their search warrant without breaking into his property. Especially by using sketchy loopholes to get codes. That's not cool.
That's not cool. But on the other side of that, if you give somebody time that has had a search
Yeah, then they
warrant
can
on them,
get rid of
hide
evidence
stuff,
and
get
blah
rid of
blah blah.
evidence.
Yeah,
But
there's ways they could make it
Yeah.
so it works without people being sketchy both ways. You know what I mean?
right.
I don't know. I'm just not okay with the code thing. Same thing with the Liberty Safe that we
Mhm.
talked about a few weeks back. Not cool.
No, that's weird. It's not good.
Oh, speaking of protests, this is in France.
One hell of a protest.
Yeah, this is how you protest right here. Not assembling a bunch of people and taking over a street. This is how you take over a street. Then people don't get hit by cars.
That's
Like what happens here, people take over streets, get run over, and then they were like, "Oh, I got hit by a car." No shit.
Yeah, you're not supposed to be blocking traffic.
Yeah, although we saw that one from it was the police that ran over some people. No,
Yeah, that
the
police officer. didn't give a
cops
crap.
don't get to do run people over, but although it does kind of sound like a critical statement. Whatever.
Well,
Any-
people don't get to run over people.
Yeah, that's true.
Cops shouldn't run over people either.
Yeah, but at the same time, if you're playing in the street and you get hit by a car, that was kind of your own fault.
Yeah,
I don't
shouldn't
think
be playing in the street.
Exactly. I don't know.
You're just taking a risk.
I just don't like police and how
Well-
they can just run you over with their car or shoot you when they want to.
If you go hunting on state land, you take the risk of being shot. It
Yeah,
happens every year,
it does.
right?
It does.
Who gets in trouble for it? The person that shot the person, right?
Right.
I mean, you're taking a risk.
Whoops.
You're taking a risk going to hunt on state land, Like that's the scary.
Yeah. Well, since
It's kind of like playing in the street.
yeah, exactly the same. Yeah. But back to this thing. So this is in France. These are some farmers. They I think that there's actually they got this here. Farmers dump tires, manure, and slurry in front of state buildings, and in protest against rising prices.
That's the way.
This is how you protest it, if you ask me, right here. Especially in front of state buildings or government buildings. This is how you do it. Wow.
Look at all the people.
That's awesome.
Ooh.
French farmers are by far the best protesters in the world. I agree with that. You remember when they took over the BlackRock office in I think it was in Paris earlier this year in like March or April or whatever that was?
Yeah.
That was cool.
Well, when you start messing with people's families, mess with people's money, and mess with
Exactly.
everything that they're trying to produce to live,
You're gonna see results like that.
you're gonna get backlash.
Yep.
And
That's not bad.
it's not bad.
That's not
At
bad.
first when I looked at it, I was like, grapefruit?
Not my favorite flavor, but I mean, this is pretty good.
The wheat and the grapefruit don't mix too bad.
Yeah. Do you like Blue Moon?
Mm-hmm.
It's similar to that, but a little more.
A little more on the bitter side
Yeah.
with the grapefruit.
Yeah, but it's nice. It's kind of smooth. It's almost kind of like thick, I guess you could say. It's well bodied.
Yeah.
It's got the
It's
thickness.
got the thickness, well bodied.
It's almost like a smoothie texture.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like Oberon, Blue Moon, like those citrusy.
Yeah, me too. I like that stuff.
Yeah, it does have that thick body.
It's got the thickness. Yeah, so this next one we got Tyson Foods brings bug-based proteins to US market.
Speaking of thickness.
Speaking of thickness, yeah. Go figure Tyson Foods would be the first one.
Disgusting.
I mean, we all knew this was coming. Klaus Schwab wants everybody eating bugs.
Klaus Schwab, the guy that wants you to own nothing, wants you to eat bugs.
Yeah, no, not going to happen, buddy. I mean, people are going to buy this. Unfortunately, it's disgusting.
Well, maybe
And
the
it
vegans will buy
only solidifies the objective under Agenda 2030, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they want large portion of the population erased, and the ones that are left are tax slaves that eat bugs and live in pods.
Live in pods and eat nice bug hamburgers.
Yeah, gross.
Mmm.
So of course Tyson would be the first mega corporation to put their hands in the pot on this one. Excuse me.
And the thing with Tyson, I'm pretty sure a lot of their chicken, a lot of their stuff comes from overseas, from China, if I remember correctly.
Oh, I'm not really sure on that, but it wouldn't surprise me at all.
I'm pretty sure that it comes from China. Oh, it's a Dutch brand.
Okay. Oh yeah, excuse me, Dutch company that brands this. Oh, this is just. I think this is just the insect.
Oh, okay.
The insect ingredients.
So I'm pretty sure their chicken and stuff, some of it comes
from
China.
other seas, yeah.
But the thing with this is like,
oh, so they've already built the plant.
You're gonna have bugs coming from other countries over here. That's
big cockroach
that's
farms.
dangerous.
So most likely the bugs that you'd probably be that they would be selling is cockroaches and crickets because they're the easiest to farm, and then people already farm them for feeding rodents, pets and shit. Lizard people. This is lizard people activity right here. If you want to get more into tinfoil stuff.
They're like, yeah, we got to feed the reptilians.
They're overpopulating.
Oh
Wow.
yeah.
Yeah, so it looks like they already have a facility ready to go.
Ugh. Dude, I can't even look at that and think.
Tasty. Give me a bowl of cereal, cockroach cereal, made with cockroach milk. There's companies that make cockroach milk. Did you know that? You want to know how they do it?
They grind them up.
Yeah. They raise the cockroaches.
Mm.
They I don't know if they like just kill them all. I think they just squish them all. I don't know. From what I understood, actually, what it is they're dead cockroaches, dried and like ground into a powder and then mixed with water. So it's like the process of making
Almond milk.
almond milk, but with cockroach dust. Tasty.
This
No
tastes
thanks.
like death.
Hard pass for me on that one. So yeah, Tyson, get fucked.
Yeah. Don't go on to the next one. Go to camera. I don't know if they're all three of those related. No. Those are separate.
What's that?
But
Oh, these all they're
they're
so the next things that we do have are
separate.
related in the sense that they're all like revolved around the World Economic Forum and their agenda to enslave
gotcha.
the world and
Yeah, we can keep them separate though.
Yeah.
But as far as the bugs, it's just if I wanted to eat bugs, I'd go raise my own bugs.
yeah, exactly. Like
Like it's not hard to get bugs.
right, I can just eat what's out back, right? No, what they want to be able to control what you can eat
Mm.
and where you can get it, and it's all bad news.
Now, if it came down to like survival and there were no rabbits running around or deer or fish, and like bugs were the last resource that I had, then I would
I'll
eat
eat a
'em.
bug.
But I'm
I'd
not
rather not. No, that's not my first choice. And I'm not going to do it because you say you don't want me eating meat anymore. I'm not going to replace meat with bugs. I want my steak. I want my burger.
Right. Well, what's going to happen is they're going to release that product, and then the prices for hamburger, or
They're
for,
going to
for
skyrocket.
beef,
yeah.
for chicken,
Now
for
you can't
everything
afford
else
it
is gonna be
anymore. Yeah.
stupid expensive. They're gonna be like, guess what? Guess you have to buy this.
Yes, I'll buy the bugs.
Because you're all poor, and I'm a multi-billionaire, and I don't give a crap about you. So you can have nothing. You can go live in this
Little box.
little box that's only
And
200 square
yep.
foot.
And you live in a smart city. You live within 15 minutes of everything. You go to work. You go back home, which is in a little box, and you go to work, and you go home, and it's in a little box, and you go to work.
Yeah. No, the crazy.
And you eat the bugs, and you go to work, and you come
Yeah.
home, and you eat the bugs, and yeah.
Make a little song out of it. The crazy thing is like there's actually people, like just normal people out in the world that support that,
Yeah, that's terrifying.
and that is terrifying. Like they probably think like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. We can save all these animals and do all this and blah 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 and save the environment. You're like, no, you're gonna be poor.
yeah, everything's gonna be the
You're
same.
going to be poor.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a crappy life, and you're
Mhm.
gonna probably want to
Not
self-
be here anymore.
hit the self delete button.
Yeah, Control Alt Delete. Yeah,
Alt F4. Bye.
see ya. Yeah, no,
It's stupid.
we can't support this kind of stuff. So the next one is somewhat related to that whole agenda, especially with it being related to Maui. We haven't talked about Maui in a while.
Yeah, it's been
Actually, nobody's really talking about Maui. They're still not sitting pretty.
Nope.
But here, let me switch this over. Here's good old Klaus Schwab. God, I hate that guy.
Schwab.
So the World Economic Forum insider admits Maui was deliberately destroyed to rebuild Hawaii is 15-minute cities. Remember those so-called conspiracy theories that said that exactly this?
Yep.
Yeah, we talked about those laser, direct energy weapons and the satellites. That one video we had with the satellites for
The CCP
Chinese,
satellites?
CCP
Yeah.
satellites that were like literally over
At the
those
exact same time?
specific times that the fires were started.
That's an interesting statement right there. You ever wonder what Build Back Better means?
Yeah, exactly.
Literally means destroying things first and then rebuilding according to New World Order plans.
New World Order plans.
And the fact that people tried to say the New World Order is a conspiracy theory, dude, these people openly say it.
They do, and they've done it multiple
Openly
times.
Say it.
And then when people call them out on it, and everybody who backs these weirdos are like, "Oh, that's not really what he meant.
No, that's not what he meant.
You're
didn't
taking
mean
it
to
out
say
of
that."
context."
Yeah.
This is some crazy stuff. Oh, we got a video. How long is it? So we can get an ad.
The fake Maui wildfires
here
were
we go.
orchestrated by the globalist elite
11
to poison
minutes.
out air, water, and soil and redistribute property into the hands of the elite.
It was kind of long, and I'm sure he's just basically doing the same thing we're doing, just talking about it. So,
Yeah.
there's your Agenda 2030.
Yep.
They're accelerating this at a rather rapid pace. I think they want to turn 2030, the Agenda 2030, into more like Agenda 2025, 2026.
Right. Yeah,
Because
they're-
people are, it is becoming more and more apparent that people are waking up to this
they're
this
trying
bullshit.
they're trying to kind of level that curve because the speed and the amount of people that are actually like becoming more aware of this stuff, they're trying to outpace that. So they're trying to push their agenda ahead to outpace the people that are actually going, "Oh, what in the heck is going on here?"
Yeah. Mhm.
So, but the ultimate downfall though is the harder they push, the faster
The faster, yeah.
people become aware of that stuff.
Right. Yeah, so the World Economic Forum they have their hands everywhere. And McDonald's, Burger King, every big box store, every politician, everybody that you feel like might be trying to represent you in some way, or they have their hands in the World Economic Forum in some way, shape, or form.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter who you vote for.
Yeah, all these major corporations, they're all involved.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing where, like, when you talk about, I know we've talked about the communism and capitalism type stuff.
Yeah.
When you talk about true capitalism, a commercial business would never be involved with something like this.
Right.
That's just corruption
Mm-hmm. In its purest
It's-
form.
in its purest form. It's not capitalism. True capitalism, this stuff doesn't happen. In communism, this stuff does happen.
Right. That's where this kind of stuff thrives, yeah.
So it's true capitalism that is the solution to this.
Is this just the same
Do this
video?
before bed to stop receding gums and decaying teeth before it's too late. 25% of adults are
The fake Maui
it's
wildfires
the
were
same video.
orchestrated.
It's just here twice. Yeah, they talk about direct energy weapons. Is this like repeated?
Yeah, it looks like it.
Oh, that's annoying. Well, I mean, if this is legit, I didn't watch that whole video. I'm not gonna play it here, but if that's legit, which I think so.
Yeah.
I think it was deliberate. I don't think it's being talked about enough, especially since we're shelling all this money into Ukraine, and now Israel, possibly they want to rope it together, which is
Well, we're sending money
it's
to
insane.
Ukraine, Israel, and Hamas.
Right. Exactly. And the people of Maui got $700 a person, and they're still sitting waiting. People are living in shipping containers, essentially, or like
Yeah.
mobile, like emergency housing. And they weren't really informed how long that would be.
Right.
Their houses are destroyed, and they live in a shipping container now, and
and I
they're
don't
just
think they're-
forgotten about.
Yeah. I think it'll be that way for a while.
I think so too, especially with this. This is going to be number one priority, Israel and everything, which it shouldn't be. Our own people should be.
Yeah,
our own people should
Hawaii
be.
is part of the United States.
Right.
United States is supposed to come first.
Yeah.
Like, it's the people of the United States. Like, we're supposed to come
It's
first,
insane.
but we don't.
No, they don't.
Because
Like
they
we
care.
said earlier, they don't care about you.
They don't care.
They don't. Especially with the next thing we have, which ties into it, in a way.
Mm-hmm.
John Kerry, he doesn't care about you.
Definitely.
Actually, he wants to sacrifice you. According to him, we must sacrifice billions of humans to save the planet.
Mm-hmm.
They just tell you straight up. They don't even try to hide this stuff anymore.
No, and Bill Gates said the same thing.
Yeah, Bill Gates has said it. He even said he wanted to do it through vaccines. He straight up told everybody.
Mm-hmm. In a TED Talk
So this guy's the climate czar,
or something like that.
and he just comes out and says it. Billions of humans must be sacrificed in order to save planet Earth. This is a whack job. But they're worried about whether or not you can have an AR. These people they can kill you with poison. They can kill you with anything they want. You don't get a say in it. You don't get to, you're going to be called crazy for even saying that this is what they say, and they just come out right out and say it.
That's where I want everyone to put on not their tinfoil hat, but their thinking cap. Okay? These people are saying that they want to sacrifice people. They want less people here.
Right.
So why would they care if somebody had an AR and killed a bunch of innocent people?
Right. Because
that's less people. right?
Exactly. They plan to do something that you would shoot them for.
They plan.
So you must not have the ability to do that.
yeah, you must.
They
not-
want to. They want to sacrifice you, and they don't want you to defend yourself.
That's absolutely correct.
That's insane. And people are thanking them for it. Yes, please govern me harder, Daddy. Take my guns. That's what these people sound like.
Yeah. Damn. No, it's crazy. I don't get it.
I don't either. And what blows my mind is that people support it. Any of this.
Right. But yeah, these people keep saying the quiet part out loud. Like, oh,
They're good at doing that
I'm
nowadays.
not supposed to say that.
Yeah, they're really good at doing that.
I think
these
the other
days.
day Biden said something out loud that he wasn't supposed to. I don't remember what it was.
Oh, I don't.
But they
remember
always
either.
say the quiet. Like it probably says like, do not read this part on their
on his little cheat
on their
sheet.
cheat sheet.
Do not read this out loud. And then he does.
And then he does.
Oh, I'm not supposed to say this, but
It is probably exactly like that.
yeah, it's like the one that you can see. You could like read on the back all the instructions that he was given. It was like you take your seat, stuff like that. I forget all of them, but it was like basically he was meant to be there for a brief time, say a few things, and then at the end it tells him like you get up and you walk out or
You
something
walk
like
over
that.
here. You go down these stairs.
Yeah, without falling. Don't trip. Don't trip.
Well, the funny thing is like I did see like one of the little cards that he had. It showed the approved media
Yeah, the
personnel
people that he could call
that
on.
he could call on, and there was only like 3 or 4.
There was only a few, and then there was like from what I understood about it was they had only a few questions they were allowed to ask him.
Yep.
It's crazy.
Pre-screened questions.
Mm-hmm. And pre-picked reporters. Wow.
Wow.
81 million votes, people. 81 million votes.
I don't buy it.
No, me neither.
I think something fishy is going on here, and it's kind of like watching like the old X-Files. Like there was always some kind of suspenseful thing just building up,
Yeah.
and it was always kind of creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's kind of what Joe Biden's like. It's just suspense, and then it's just kind of, it's like, oh no, he's just that dumb.
Right.
But
right.
speaking of X-Files, our next thing that we want to cover.
Yeah. The next thing we have is I don't know if we really talked too much about this before, but in Peru they have reportedly some aliens that are like 7 feet tall and tear the faces off of people. They call them face peelers, or in their language, which I believe is Spanish, there's pelecaras. If I pronounce that correctly. But the other day, I don't know how to say this guy's name, Dom Lucre or Luker or however to pronounce his
Lucre,
name. Sorry, I don't know.
probably.
Not good with names, but he says that villagers in Peru are conducting night patrols out there looking for these face peelers. And they're showing it on the news. Here's a little bit of that.
Está grabado, está grabado.
Estamos
Se nota,
de nuevo.
se notó el borde del cerro. Está.
Look at
Ahí
that.
está,
Está en
¿ves?
el
I
aire.
gotta start this over.
¿Te
Hold
das
on.
cuenta?
No está posado en el cerro. Miren, ahí
¿viste?
está, oye.
¿Viste? Está grabado, está grabado.
Estamos
Se nota,
de nuevo.
se notó el borde del cerro. Está.
Oh, right.
Ahí está, ¿ves?
Está en el aire. Miren, mira eso. No está en el cerro.
Anthony,
Está en el
girando
aire.
esa luz.
Es un objeto que está en el aire, señoras y señores.
¿Te das cuenta?
No está posado en el cerro. Miren, ahí
¿Viste?
está, oye.
¿Viste? Está grabado, está grabado.
I don't really know what to make of it. I mean, they're shining lasers at this light here.
I don't know.
I mean, take it with a grain of salt.
I have a green laser. Would you like to take a trip to
Yeah,
Peru?
we'll just shine it out the back. Oh, there's an alien back here. I'm not saying I disbelieve in aliens because I mean, you can't convince me we're the only things here, you know. But
No, not in the universe.
yeah,
So
I don't know.
fast.
I find it hard to believe, but it is kind of interesting though that this continues to be a thing.
The face peelers.
Yeah, I thought maybe that was just gonna be a little blip that happened, you know, sometime this year, and that was it. But it pops back up here and there. But
Yeah.
actually, I have like 3 things on this from the same guy, but
Right.
I don't know where his sources are.
I say we go on a vacation to Peru just to go find these things.
I'm
And
not getting my face peeled off.
take Caleb with us. He'd be.
Oh
so
yeah, he loves
down.
it. Yeah, he loves it.
He'd be like, "Oh yeah."
Yeah, he says, "Man, I want to get my face peeled off by one of those." Yeah, so there's some more stuff that came from Dom on Twitter, and or X, whatever you want to call it. I'm still gonna call it Twitter. I mean, fuck, it says right here, twitter.com. Excuse me. There's footage of a 15-year-old girl in Peru that is claiming was attacked by a 7-foot alien or a face peeler. Is this the one that has like the glowy, weird looking thing?
Oh, hold on a second.
Oh, this is
These
reports
were,
last month attacks in Peru from cartel. Oh, so they're saying that's bullshit.
So this is from the cartel.
Oh,
Are
this
the cartel members doing this?
I wouldn't be surprised, honestly. Okay, so what's going on with this guy? I just want to make sure that's not going to have something that we shouldn't be showing.
Mm-hmm. That kind of makes me question now that this is actually
A whole cartel operation.
doing this.
and it's possible they could be terrorizing the area. So she had supposedly was abducted and left with lacerations on her neck. Yeah, I mean, it could be cartel terrorizing the people of the village. I mean, it's pretty much just this one village, I think,
Right.
that is reporting these aliens. But there's been like a few videos out about like supposedly one was seen and filmed, and I think this is one of them right here. Yeah, alleged
not buying
photo.
this
I'm not
image,
buying
though.
this one either. This one's it's pretty fishy.
Looks like
It
looks like
I'm not buying that one.
like you're playing Pokemon and you go catch Mew or Mewtwo.
Oh right.
It's Mewtwo. Like, ooh. Yeah, I'm
Nah,
not buying.
I'm
that
not
one.
buying it. But I mean, here it is. That's the post I found the other day. Actually, I think he posted these all the same day. I thought it was kind of crazy that it's even really something that people are still talking about. I thought that was just kind of a little
One-off.
blip, one-off thing over the summer, and that was it.
Yeah, interesting.
It's pretty interesting. I mean, there's even pictures you can find online of people with their actual like faces peeled off and shit that supposedly are from that area. So I don't know,
Don't look at it. It's weird.
but I mean, yeah, could cartel be scooping people and tearing their faces off and ditching their bodies to scare people?
Well, it just
I'd
makes
believe it.
It makes me think. So the one picture of the image, the one picture of the person that had nothing, like no skin, but it was just their skeleton. You could see their
Yeah.
spine,
Yeah,
where it was kind of white. It almost looks like somebody took him and just like dipped, like that.
dipped it in acid and just melted it all off.
Yeah,
It probably was. It could have been a fake. Could have been a
or it
hoax.
could have been a fake. Yeah.
I don't know. But we do have some more cryptid stuff. I found this one on Instagram last week, some point, with almost no context. This says people arriving to work early one morning in North Queensland stumbled upon a surprising scene. Judging by the footprints, it seems that they disrupted a Howie or a Yowie,
Yowie.
mid breakfast. Let me change this.
What
his
is a
name.
Yowie?
Yeah, what is that? I don't know. Here's the video. Maybe if I can. I'm on the wrong screen. Sorry.
No, it's
Can I
probably
make this
brick
full
next to
screen?
it. Fucking brick clean in half. And then
Look
this
at that
next
footprint. I mean, what is a Yowie? Is it just a Bigfoot?
It has to be a different word for a Bigfoot.
I mean, this is Queensland. This is
and it's going up the
Australia.
hill.
Look at this though. That's a hog, just ripped in half.
Hey, what about just digging a hole and burying it?
Look at that. I don't know what to make of that. I mean,
One big foot.
that's a big footprint.
He's got one big foot.
You know what they say about big feet? Big socks.
Big sock. Big shoes.
Look at that. Ripped right in half. That's crazy, dude.
And my thing with this, like, if this was hoaxed and staged, like that,
They just like ripped a pig in half
ripped
for
a
it.
pig in half, and
That's kind of
So-
fucked.
that'd be messed up.
I could see some Australians doing that though.
That's true. Should look up what a Yowie is.
Yeah, what is that?
Is it like a different species of Bigfoot?
Yeah, I don't know what a Yowie is. Let me just Google it on my phone. I don't have the keyboard to be able to type it.
Yeah, you could probably go back to camera though. Oh, I don't know how you control the mouse like that.
Oh, the trackball. Yeah.
Hey,
Well, I mean,
that's like a Bigfoot.
it's like a Bigfoot. Wow. Yowies are thought by some the Australian Bigfoot, so it's basically a Bigfoot.
Well, see, and that just leads to the credence of, like, the story of Bigfoot is everywhere,
Everywhere. Yeah.
and that's what's really
It's
interesting about
Sasquatch.
it.
Right.
It's like Bigfoot is here, over there.
And we had that one last stream
Last
in
stream.
Colorado. Yeah, that was pretty crazy. You could see it like sit down on a stump, and fur was all shiny, and you could see the fur move. That was like the highest resolution Bigfoot we've ever seen.
Yeah.
I mean, it wasn't the best, but it wasn't like the one that everybody knows, you know.
Yeah, it's really weird.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I've never seen anything like this though. This
The fact that
hog
pig
ripped in
got,
half.
like,
Just clean. I mean, it is pretty clean, other than the front half.
mhm.
The front half or whatever side. This
Nah,
side
it's fully
here.
boot next to
That
it.
side was a little more
Fucking
dirty than this
clean in
side.
half. And then this next one.
fucking clean, huh?
But oh, you can't. It's a big print, man.
And it's going up the hill.
Yeah, it's interesting.
Right. Pretty crazy. And then there's like all this
Hey, what
splatter.
about just digging a hole and burying us?
Yeah, that's what it looked like to me. Was that was splatter all down there.
Yeah, that's right. What about up there?
But like, if it's legit, why would it just rip it in half and leave it instead of snacking on it, instead of carrying it,
Well,
snacking on it,
is it like perfectly in half, or did it just leave the hind quarters and the front quarters
and eat the middle?
and eat the middle?
Well, maybe.
It almost kind of looks like that, because that's pretty far back towards the hams.
Right.
Possibly going that way.
That's crazy.
Yeah, because if you look at that, it's pretty close back to that hip.
Yeah, it
Those
is.
hams.
Yeah, it's like right in front of the leg joint,
Yeah,
hip area.
those hams.
Yeah, that's crazy, dude.
Yeah, that's nuts.
I
Wonder
mean,
who's-
we should get a wireless keyboard so we could, because we don't have Caleb.
yeah. Maybe I'll
Otherwise,
help
they
out
pull
next
up
time.
like yeah, he had something he had to do. We're not on Twitter, so I was gonna say we could just kind of scroll through it and see what kind of.
Go back to camera on that screen. Then pull up ground.
I had one somewhere. Oh, here. Yeah, I guess that'll work. We'll go through this, see if there's anything kind of breaking or anything.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of support for wanting to support Israel. I don't stand behind it.
Right. I mean, I just want peace.
Yeah.
People to stop killing each other over something that shouldn't be killed over.
Get rid of some of this clutter up at the top. Keep that one. Wow.
Is it weird trying to run the computer and the stream
It's
at the
it's
same
not
time?
too bad.
It's not too bad.
Yeah. Let me bring the camera back up. It's not terrible. But I have to look across the room because I don't have the other monitor
It's
right here.
way
so
over there.
it's not too bad because it's not like an awkward angle to look at. It would be more awkward for you.
Yeah,
But I'm kind of positioned to be able to just kind of look at it, so it's not terrible.
that's fair.
I just kind of clear up some of this.
My beard hair keeps getting caught right in this.
Mine did that before.
Like,
I straightened mine today. I got one of those comb. It's like a heated comb.
yeah, I got one of those too.
I like it.
I use it once in a while.
Same. I don't want to like destroy it by
You gotta keep
applying
it.
heat to
You
it.
gotta
all the
keep it
time.
nice.
Yeah. I want to grow this thing longer, but it kind of seems like it's stalled out.
It's stalled out.
Yeah.
I keep trimming
I
mine.
trimmed a little bit because there were some split ends, but yeah, I mean wasn't more than an inch maybe.
Oh yeah.
But I'd like it to be
Go down
like,
to the bottom.
yeah, belly button area somewhere in there would be nice. Saw this dude on Instagram the other day. It was like down below his fucking waist,
Oh my god.
and he's like, and it was like straight. It had some like twist to it, like kind of curl, but
Yeah.
it was pretty straight. And he was like putting it in a bunch of little ponytail things,
Oh
little
yeah.
bungees all over.
Could you imagine trying to brush that?
I know. He was like, he did brush it a little bit. Like you gotta.
I'd just be like, oh no.
Oh no! Yeah, it gets stuck. Yeah, mine gets
Oh.
tangled pretty easy. All right,
Especially
let me,
underneath.
yeah,
the stuff underneath.
yeah, down under here.
That gets tangled really bad.
Yeah, same. And when you brush them, it hurts like a motherfucker. Especially when it has, like down here. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that shit
let me
hurts.
switch this over. Oh, we were gonna pull up.
Biden asks who the hell needs a high capacity assault weapon.
Me.
Whoever wants one.
Exactly.
It doesn't matter.
None of your business, maybe.
No.
Who the hell?
You know who the hell needs one?
Me.
Somebody who wants
You.
to defend themselves.
Yeah.
Somebody who wants to
Protect their family.
protect
and
their family. Somebody who wants to go hog hunting. Somebody who wants to.
Not ripping hogs in half though. Like,
No. No.
what the hell, man?
No, but you need a semi-automatic rifle. Like when a hog, because hogs, they don't stop. They're just.
Oh yeah, they're just machines. I've always wanted
Some
to go
people just,
hog
like,
hunting.
Yeah. I've never been hog
Me
hunting.
neither.
I just
I'd like
want
to try it. Yeah, we have them in Michigan. Did you know that?
Mhm. They're pretty.
They're actually like kind of invasive where they
They
are
are invasive,
populated.
yeah.
They're not everywhere, but
Mhm.
they're kind of like located towards like Muskegon, and there's like feral hogs over there.
That's actually really terrifying. Could you imagine just walking through the woods and just be like,
Feral hog? No thanks. They're pretty aggressive.
one come and take you out. I
Oh.
seen a video of a little baby feral hog. The dude like kicked it away and it was like right
Really?
after his leg.
Oh,
And
oh,
he's,
I've
like-
seen that one. I've seen that
He's like
one.
trying to dodge it.
Wow.
I'm like, dude, that's terrifying.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to be confronted by a hog.
Republican. Let's see.
Cheryl Hines blasts Biden for not granting Secret Service protection. Oh, we were gonna pull up that one about RFK.
RFK.
RFK. I guess I'll just talk about it here. RFK reported on his Twitter the other day that somebody was climbing his fence,
Trying to
and
break in.
his security had like apprehended him, or he called the police, or the guy was arrested and then later released, and then went back to RFK's house and attempted to do it again.
Which I don't care for RFK, but at the same point, why was the dude released in the first place?
Right.
Like if he was trying to break in and arrested,
Yeah. Try him.
try him.
Try him for,
It's
breaking
criminal.
and entering and all that stuff. Yeah, that's pretty crazy. Yeah.
Mass graves.
Where?
Says mass graves, unclaimed bodies, and overcrowded cemeteries. The war.
Oh, over here. Okay.
The war robs Gaza of funeral rights.
Wow.
Oh, so they're saying there's mass graves and overwhelmed morgues inside Gaza
That's sad,
from all
man.
the people dying.
That's so sad, man.
Yep.
And the amount of innocent people that have died it's just unspeakable. It's sad.
I just don't get it.
I think it's like up over 7,000 now
Yeah.
in less than 20 days or whatever it has been. That's insane. And just in the Iraq war, U.S. casualties were 4,300, 4,500, something like that,
Yeah.
over almost 20 years,
Yeah.
and
That's
they've
long.
surpassed that by almost double in less than a month.
It's crazy. And the crazy thing to think about is just this is just over religion and land.
Right.
Islam claims to be peaceful. It's not. Jewish.
Hasn't proven to be, at least. Some of them.
No,
Yeah, just like anybody else.
Anybody else. Yeah. But even like then, like
But they haven't proven themselves to be a religion of peace. They've carried out all kinds of atrocities. But honestly, who hasn't?
yeah.
Yeah.
Same thing with Christianity with
Yeah.
crusades.
And yeah,
But at some point, people need to be like, oh, maybe our religions are actually the same God.
right.
It's just people wrote down
Which
things
one's? Yeah,
different.
they fight over which one's the correct one.
Which one's the correct God? Oh, maybe it's the same.
Right, but which one of their religions is the correct religion? Like, because they're all slightly different in their own ways, but they worship the same person.
You know, the way to fix that is to have just your personal relationship with God and leave the church out of that
Yeah,
relationship.
exactly.
It really comes down to that.
Yeah, yeah. Have your personal relationship with whomever you choose to.
Yeah.
I
I know where you.
yeah. I
But,
kind of don't really. I don't choose one.
right.
I've kind of grown to almost believe that they're all legit. Like
It's
they're
all-
all.
It's all the same God.
But not really. I mean, there's other religions that don't
Yeah.
worship the same God. They have multiples, and
Actually,
I just kind of almost believe that they're all there. They all exist
yeah.
in the same.
I forget where I seen it, but I actually seen something the other day where it was talking about, like, you know, those multi-theistic religions, like the Greeks, the
Yeah, and
like the Nordics.
pagan and
Yeah, pagan.
ancient Egyptian religions and
I could almost see that as being a theory of like when the fallen angels, and then people worship those fallen angels,
I'd believe that. Yeah, that
and
would
then
make
they were
sense.
calling them gods, but they were actually just fallen angels, which is interesting.
Which would make sense. Yeah,
Yeah. So I think ultimately all of that
in a
stuff,
sense, yeah, they all exist in one timeline.
yeah, all that
Yeah.
stuff is one complete unit based
I
off
believe it.
based off all the same religion.
Yeah, that would totally make sense.
I find that interesting.
Yeah, same.
Oh, my beer's gone.
And mine's probably mine's gone. Israel pulls diplomats from Turkey to reassess ties.
Says Erdogan blasts Israel's war crimes.
Good.
Which,
Good.
yeah.
They're killing innocent people. The worst part about it is you and I are paying for it. I don't support it. I don't get a choice.
We're paying for it on both
Yeah, we're paying for it.
sides.
We're part of it. That's the worst part.
That's like extremely crazy because like our taxpayer money is paying to kill Jews, and it's paying to kill Hamas
Yeah. And
Like, we're
and
funding
innocent
it.
Palestinians.
and innocent Palestinians.
They're all war criminals. All sides are committing atrocities.
Yeah.
And people want you to choose which one is the right one. It's absurd. I'm not going to stand behind either.
Mm-mm.
I'm not going to stand behind us spending the money. I'm not going to stand behind Israel bombing innocent people and Hamas bombing innocent people and invading and
No, there
I
just
don't know none of it.
there needs to be peace. Like, we are where we're at. Israel was there back in, like I was telling you, like 950 BC. Israel actually existed there, and then it became the Palestinian and other whatever. But where we are now, it is Israel. You have the West Bank, you have the Gaza, you have all that stuff, but it's Israel. Like that would be like we were talking about, like if Indians came back here and been like, "Hey, this is our land.
Yeah,
We're
get
gonna
outta here."
remove all of you.
Which I get it. I
Live here
understand, yeah.
peacefully."
Yeah, we live now. We don't live then. We
Stop
we
living in the past.
yeah.
How
We
about-
have our identities and everything. That doesn't change. But we
Right.
live here in peace. We live with each other. We live, to support each other and build our communities and not destroy them and kill each other. And
Right.
that's I don't stand behind any of it.
You just try to build the future. You try to build peace and prosperity.
Exactly. Without
War does not need to happen.
no. Are there just wars? Yeah.
Yeah.
This is not one. What else do we got?
I mean, the Israel and Hamas one, it is kind of hard to say if it's just or not because they did attack. with
They did, but
paragliders and all that stuff.
they did, but
The response was over.
you don't retaliate by killing innocent people.
Right. The proper response would be like, so, I forget when it was, but like when Iran bombed one of our ships, and then we went and just completely wiped out the entire Iranian Navy
Mm-hmm.
because they sunk one of our ships.
Right.
And we're like, okay, we're just going to completely wipe out your Navy. But we focused on military.
Mm-hmm. Oh, here we go. Elon Musk is going to use Starlink to provide internet for Gaza. So that's like what I was talking about earlier. In Gaza last night, they had no telecommunications or internet. I was worried that during that time the U.S. would carry out some shady strikes and stuff when communication isn't as easy to flow.
Yeah.
I certainly hope that didn't happen. If it did, that's
Hussein
not a
died.
good sign.
I mean, how do you know if it did?
How do you? Yeah, exactly. How do you know? And I'm sure people would catch stuff on camera. And I don't know.
I mean, and even then, like, it's hard because Hamas could do something and blame it on other countries. It's one of
Right.
the things where, like, with Hamas, with their command station being underneath the hospital, Hamas doesn't really care about their own people either.
No, they were supposedly keeping people from leaving.
Yeah, they were keeping
When Israel said it, we suggest you move south, and when people tried, Hamas was like, no, you're staying. And they're using people as human shields, which is just disgusting.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't pull up the video of that guy confronting Hillary Clinton.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, that would have been good too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the guy he was at a rally for Sheila Jackson Lee. She's running for governor or no, mayor.
Mayor, yeah.
And Hillary Clinton was there doing a speech, and the guy stood up and said, "Hey, Hillary, how many times, or you want to tell me why your husband went to Epstein Island 26 times?" And they drug him out by his T-shirt. Literally grabbed him by his shirt and drug him out of the building.
He's a big dude too.
He's a big dude.
They're just like his shirt, like
He's got a lot of followers. I didn't know who he was until then, but he's got a lot of followers on Twitter. Like 300,000 somewhere in there, but yeah, they drug him out by his T-shirt.
Well, there was that video, and then the other one where I forget what the person was confronting Hillary.
Oh yeah, we
but
showed that last week.
She's like, you can.
Or the last stream we had that on.
Was it on the last?
I think
stream?
it was, yeah.
She's like, you can meet me. You can meet me.
Meet
after."
me outside, yeah. You can.
Like,
We'll talk about it after. And he's like, I don't believe you. I don't think you'll stick around.
Nope.
You're right. She won't.
These people hate being accosted in front of people.
Mm-hmm.
They hate being
Put on the spot.
Being embarrassed. Call them out. Everyone. Call them out. It doesn't even matter what side it is. Call them
Yeah,
out
I agree. Call them
in
out.
public. Hold their feet to the fire.
Mm-hmm.
Let them know how you're feeling.
Exactly.
Be peaceful. That's important.
Yeah, the most important.
But speak your mind.
Mm-hmm.
I don't care what side it is. You disagree with me? Speak your mind with me. I'll listen.
Wow, look
You
at
know?
this. Let me switch this over. So I clicked on. Let me just go back a page.
Oh,
If I can. There we go.
the
So I clicked
timeline.
this right here. Explore timeline. Look at how many are right leaning.
Interesting.
It seems to be relatively balanced. Well, I don't know. There is a lot more over here.
Go all the way to the 7th.
Okay. It's definitely a lot more right leaning. It's not surprising how how strongly the right leans towards Israel. They
Yeah.
deep throat that place.
So you have the 7th. Look, they call it.
They didn't wait to really say anything until Anthony Blinken went there,
Yeah.
or has had something to say about it. It was really the same day though, but it's kind of cool how they have this timeline though.
Yeah, it's kind of cool. Major airlines cancel dozens of flights. Tel Aviv. Benjamin Netanyahu warns people to leave.
Mm.
Yeah, that's quite a bit.
Yeah. See is there?
Hey, if
something?
anybody wants to leave a comment, if you want us to go through the whole entire timeline of the Palestinian,
Yeah,
Israel
right, no
war,
kidding.
we will.
Yeah.
That's
This was
interesting.
yesterday. Standing ground in operations. Internet cut off. That was last night or like midday yesterday, I think. What's view blind spot feed? Let's see what that's all about.
Blind spots like the stuff that's not really out in
Oh,
front.
out in front. Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Kind of
Boris Johnson. Nobody likes you.
brush it off on the side.
Nope.
You've reached your
Let's see
limit.
what limit.
Yeah, it said limit.
That's stupid.
That is weird.
Former Vice President Mike Pence suspends his 2024 presidential campaign. Bye.
Bye.
Nobody wanted you here anyway.
Nope. Good. Go away.
Yeah. Don't run again. Nobody likes you. Cheryl Hines blasts Biden for not granting service. So what's... Is she running too? Oh, she wants RFK to... I mean, yeah. If everybody else gets it, why doesn't he?
Oh, that's Kennedy's wife, Cheryl Hines.
Okay.
That's a
Cheryl
interesting.
Hines, I didn't...
That's an interesting last name there, Cheryl Hines.
Yeah, I didn't know that.
Are you part of the Hines family? Huh?
Right.
It's a big family name.
It is.
It's like Kerry's. What's we just talked about?
John Kerry?
John Kerry, yeah.
Yeah.
His I think he's married to a Hines,
Oh, really?
if I remember correctly, yeah.
Oh.
It's a big family name.
Right. Let me see. Hold on just a second. I'm just gonna pull up something on that hurricane the other day.
Oh yeah. Wasn't that Hurricane Otis? Hello. I'm still here. Brad ran away. Oh, you wanted to drag it over there? Oh, gotcha. Yeah, so the world is completely falling apart. And I'm just here. Just yep, just here. Just to witness this whole thing just going down. It'll be okay though. I think. I think in the end everything will be alright. It's just scary at the moment. Real scary.
Yeah, I mean, I'd like to say that. I don't know.
I know. It's hard to
It's hard.
It's hard to be optimistic about it, but
Oh,
I do think he'll be okay.
I think I'd actually end up having to reconfigure. Here.
Just copy and paste it in there.
Oh, good idea. Yeah. Yeah, because I'd have to reconfigure the stream and everything.
Yeah.
Damn it, Caleb. How do I make it go? I don't have an enter button. I guess you could just hit enter. That's stupid. There we go. So can you direct me? Can you direct me over the X to close that window? I can't see it.
Over that one?
Yeah. So I can get OBS back up. Okay. There we go. Got a wireless mouse. I should just get a keyboard too so we can just when Caleb's not here. So this Hurricane Otis went from a tropical storm to a category 5 in 12 hours.
I don't even know how it does that.
Right, me too. I don't understand how that stuff works either, but it escalated really quickly and it hit Acapulco, Mexico, which is on the east coast of the country. You can actually see here. I think it came from a southwestern direction, I believe. But look at all this destruction.
Is that the East Coast or the West Coast?
The West Coast. Did I say east earlier?
Yeah.
I meant west. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you're okay. Yeah, so it hit the West Coast.
Yeah, look at this destruction. I saw a video on Instagram earlier that there was a bunch of buildings. It was a drone footage of the destruction. Man, it did some damage.
So it went from a tropical storm
to a category 5 in
instantly to a category
12
5.
hours.
It's some serious either temperature changes, water currents.
Yeah. But it is an El Nino year, which is
it's warmer, right?
warmer water conditions, yeah, which is like fuel for storms like this.
Yeah, I know that we're supposed to have a mild winter apparently.
27 dead.
Dang.
That's pretty crazy. 165 mile an hour wind. I don't know if that's record breaking or what, but that's man, I couldn't imagine. I've never experienced that before. I don't want to. It's terrifying.
It's not record breaking, but that's high. That's up there.
Isn't like Hurricane Gale like the strongest? Like is that's where like gale force wind? You know, people use that term, gale force winds.
I'm not sure what the classification is for something that high.
I don't
I know
either.
we've seen hurricanes with higher than 165 though.
That's crazy. I couldn't even begin to imagine what that would be like. Is that an American flag right there? Or is that just like, I don't think it is, but it's interesting.
Huh. It almost looks like it though.
Kind of. Oh, there's more pictures here. Wow. Ooh, man.
Dang.
Wow. That's terrifying, dude.
Yeah, I would not want to be in a hurricane.
Mm-mm.
Like I've seen what like straight line winds can do. Like really high gust of straight line winds. I would not want to be in a hurricane wind.
No, or a tornado. I wouldn't want anything to do with any of that.
Right.
Yeah, that's terrifying, dude.
Well, even that tornado that touched down that was close, like a few months ago or whatever.
Yeah.
Dude, the wind was gnarly. Like the trees were like,
Oh man.
I'm like, what the?
Yeah, it got pretty crazy, and we lost power for like 7 days. That wasn't any fun. Let's see. Click on a few things here. We'll probably call it.
Yeah, I don't even know how long we've been up for.
Me neither.
Israel
I'm not
troops
really
in
seeing anything
Gaza.
that's too like breaking, you know.
What I'm gonna ask is for the world, just calm.
Just take a
down.
breather for a minute.
Take a breather for a minute.
Everybody let's do a collective woo-saw.
Collective woo-saw. It'll be okay.
Yeah.
Just calm down. Just stop killing each other. Just stop. Just stop.
Yeah. That's all I can ask for really at this point.
No, but honestly, it's just gonna get crazy. Crazier. The other thing that we didn't really, I don't know if we talked about, is the rocket that hit Egypt.
Yep.
We struck the places in Syria.
We bombed Syria the other night, and that was in retaliation to
The drone attacks.
the drone attacks on U.S. Bases. Yeah, things are definitely getting pretty crazy, unpredictable.
The letter that Biden sent to the House and Senate.
Oh, the House and Senate, yeah. That was basically him just
the War Powers Act. Just
letting them know that he took action and attacked the retaliated for the strikes on U.S.
Right.
You know.
But with his mind capacity and his state of mind, there's no way in hell he wrote that.
I don't think he did.
Or even had any say in what was said in it.
I think if I have it in the Discord, I can't really see what's going on over there.
Switch to camera.
Okay, yep.
There you go. And then pull up Discord.
Yeah, I can't. I don't have it in the bottom. I should have it as.
You should be able to click it right here, right?
Yeah, I don't see why not. Maybe. I should just put it as a icon in the toolbar or taskbar or whatever.
But yeah, anyways, it was just him basically telling the House and Senate like he made this action against.
But yeah,
these areas.
You can find it on whitehouse.gov. It's on there, and read through it. It's basically him just explaining what he did and why he did it. But seeing how he speaks on stage and how he carries himself, he didn't write that.
No way.
I don't even think his interns or anybody like that wrote it. I think whoever is pulling the strings, running the game, that's who wrote it. Personally, I think that's Obama.
It's somebody. It's not.
It's
Biden.
somebody. It ain't Biden. He doesn't even know where he is.
No. I don't know if it's Jill. Maybe Jill.
Maybe, but how it? He is legally the president.
Yeah.
How can someone else write an official presidential letter on his behalf? That's unconstitutional.
Yeah. That don't make sense.
No. Well, I don't know if that is actually unconstitutional, but the way I see it, it is. That if he is the president, he should be.
Yeah.
Like that should be his words, and I don't think it is.
No.
I don't think
he
has the ability to do that.
But it's just like as being commander in chief, right? Like if the president has an action that he wants the military to take, like that's something that is supposed to come from the president.
Right.
Now it comes down the chain.
The chain.
But at the same time, it's still like that's why they have the room operate or whatever they call it.
Mm-hmm. I know what you mean.
Situation room.
Yeah, situation room. Well, I think that might conclude it for the day. It was a lot. That was a
lot of information to cover.
Yeah. And I don't think that's going to be slowing down anytime soon. It's just going to be it's going to be a constant barrage of information for a while.
Unfortunately, it's going to get worse.
Yeah, it's going to get worse before it gets worse.
Oh, yeah. But, yeah, I think they'll call it. Make sure you like,
subscribe,
comment,
hit the bell,
subscribe,
all
shares.
the things.
Yeah. Everything that whatever happens down there.
Yeah, there's a big it's red, has some white letters in it. Hit that one.
Hit that one.
And then there's another one that looks like that. Hit that one.
Or, I mean, you can even
hit that one
if
too.
you don't.
Do what you want. It's not my.
Yeah, just pick one if you like it. If you don't, and either one's okay.
Yeah, feel free to drop some suggestions and whatnot in the comments too. It's always helpful as well.
Yeah.
Other than that, have a good one.
Have a good night.